Welcome back, everyone. Today we're covering a serious misconduct hearing involving two officers, PC Michael Salmon and PC Neil Churchley, which took place on Friday, January the 31st, 2025. The officers were involved in an incident on July the 4th, 2023, when they attempted to cover up an on-duty event. They were both found guilty of perverting the course of justice after they lied about an incident involving a police vehicle pursuit. They've already been to court and pleaded guilty, and today we'll break down the results of the misconduct hearing.
Yeah, you heard that right. Two police officers attempting to cover up their own misconduct. Not only are they supposed to be upholding the law, but now they've found themselves on the other side of it. This is huge. It's not just a minor cock-up, either. We're talking about a serious attempt to pervert the course of justice, which could have major consequences since it went before a real court and judge, instead of just winding up in front of a panel that just likes to hand out written warnings. Let's see how this hearing unfolds and whether the panel delivers a just outcome.
In the hearing, it was revealed that Michael Salmon and Neil Churchley were both involved in a cover-up following a police pursuit. Salmon falsely claimed he was the driver of the police vehicle when, in fact, it was Churchley driving. To make matters worse, Salmon also provided a breath sample at the roadside, completed a statement declaring he was the driver, and even destroyed his own and Churchley's body-worn cameras, all in an attempt to cover their tracks. Churchley, meanwhile, completed the vehicle logbook with false details and failed to correct Salmon's misleading statements.
Hold on a second. We all heard between the lines there, right? Breath tests, destroying body-worn footage. Looks like we have a copper who was drunk driving, caused an accident, and his partner tried to bury evidence by destroying the footage, while both lied on official documents. Think about it. If these officers were willing to destroy evidence, what else could they be hiding? But I bet nothing is even mentioned about going back and double-checking if these officers did something similar to screw over any of us. I mean, how can we trust officers who are supposed to be gathering evidence when they're out here trying to erase it? The audacity of this whole thing is mind-blowing. No wonder they pleaded guilty in court. Thank God for the courts, since it's the only real consequence when officers cross the line.
During the hearing, the panel considered the seriousness of the breach of conduct. Both officers were found to have violated the standards of professional behavior under the categories of discreditable conduct and honesty and integrity. The panel was clear. Their actions were not only dishonest, but severely damaging to the reputation of the Metropolitan Police Service. This kind of behavior erodes public trust and undermines the very foundation of law enforcement.
Yeah, and the thing is, these officers didn't just make a mistake, they deliberately tried to cover it up. They went to extreme lengths to falsify records and destroy evidence, all to avoid facing the consequences of their own actions. Gross. Misconduct is the understatement of the year, because this is criminal. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is the kind of thing that should put people behind bars. So, I want to know, what's going to happen to these guys?
After a thorough review, the panel concluded that the actions of both PC Salmon and PC Churchley amounted to gross misconduct. They stated that their behavior was so serious that it could justify dismissal without notice. And in this case, that's exactly what the panel decided. If they were still serving, both officers would have been dismissed immediately, and they'll also be placed on the College of Policing's barred list, meaning they'll be unable to work in law enforcement. Again.
What did I say? Not a single mention about looking into their histories, to double-check they hadn't used similar tactics to screw over any of us. It's a relief that these officers won't be serving in the force anymore, but stuff like this really makes me question the vetting process. And were these officers allowed to continue working during the investigation? The officers were in court in January 2025, but the events took place in July 2023. These hearings always wait until after any court case, which, in my opinion, is just downright stupid. The panel should be able to make their own decision without waiting for the courts. What's the point? As things stand, the public was at risk because of these officers. Remember, they were still on the police payroll until the end of this hearing, meaning the taxpayers were paying them to sit at home while they were under investigation. It's absurd.
So, that's the case of PC Michael Salmon and PC Neil Churchley. Both officers found guilty of gross misconduct for attempting to pervert the course of justice. The panel's decision is clear. They would have been dismissed without notice. If they were still serving, and they will be barred from working in law enforcement again. Do you think this outcome was justified, or should there have been a quicker resolution? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Yeah, for me, it's just another reminder that accountability in the police force is absolutely crucial. If the system lets officers like this get away with it for too long, it only weakens trust in law enforcement. Let us know what you think. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates. Stay informed, stay aware, and always remember, accountability matters.